The old factory stood on the edge of town, like a forgotten monster. Its bricks were crumbling and dark, windows like empty, staring eyes, paint peeled off in big, ugly flakes. No one ever went near the place. They said it was haunted by something terrible, something that waited in the shadows. You wouldn't want to meet it, believe me. It was called the Blackwood Mill, but kids just called it the Demon Factory. Tall, rusty smokestacks reached for the sky, like bony fingers, jagged metal stuck out at weird angles. The big, heavy doors were chained shut, but sometimes the chains rattled, as if something inside wanted out. A strange, metallic smell hung in the air, the smell of old machines, and something else: fear. The rumours started small, whispers about strange noises at night, clangs, bangs, screeches. Then people saw shadows moving, flickering lights in the broken windows. When no lights should be on, they said animals that went too close disappeared. Poof, gone forever, replaced by an awful silence. A silence that screamed danger. But the biggest rumour, the scariest one? Demons. Yes, real live demons lived inside, not silly Halloween monsters. These were the real deal, with glowing red eyes that pierced the dark, and long, sharp claws that could tear you apart. They said the demons were trapped there, angry and always hungry, waiting for someone foolish enough to come inside. At night, the factory looked even worse, way scarier than in the daytime. The moon would cast long, spooky shadows, making the factory look like a giant beast. Its silhouette loomed over the town, a silent, dark warning. A cold wind always seemed to blow around it, even on still summer nights, a wind that whispered your name. Or was that just your imagination? The sounds at night were the worst part. The wind howled through the broken glass, like a lonely wolf, or something much worse. Old metal would groan and creak, as if the factory itself was alive, and in pain. Sometimes you could hear soft whispers, drifting out from the dark windows, too faint to understand. But you knew they weren't friendly. They were secrets, evil secrets. People told stories. Oh, did they tell stories? Scary ones, the kind that give you goosebumps. One story was about some teenagers. They dared each other to go inside, just for a few minutes. What could happen? They heard scratching sounds from deep inside, saw two red eyes staring from a dark corner. They screamed and ran, and never ever went back. Smart kids. Another tale involved a night watchman. The town hired him years ago. He didn't believe the stories, said they were just silly kid stuff. One night he saw a huge shadow, taller than a man, with what looked like horns. It moved without making a sound. The watchman dropped his flashlight. He ran out and quit the very next morning. He wouldn't even talk about what he saw, too scared. Why demons? Why this old factory? That's the question everyone asked. Some folks said a terrible accident happened there, long, long ago. Many workers were hurt or worse. Their angry spirits got trapped, twisted by sadness and rage, until they became something else, something demonic, something evil. Now they guarded the factory, fiercely. Others whispered of a dark curse, a man who owned the factory years back. He was cruel and greedy. Legend says he made a deal with something from the darkness, to make his factory successful, but the price was high. He offered the factory itself as a home for those dark things, and they never left. These demons weren't like in storybooks. They weren't there to play tricks. They hated light. They hated laughter. They hated anyone who dared to enter their home. They wanted to fill you with terror, to chase you out, or maybe, just maybe, to keep you, to make you one of them. Wouldn't that be a nightmare? Yes, it would. The factory itself felt like a trap. Every dark corner seemed to hide something. Every shadow seemed to twist and move. The old machines looked like sleeping monsters, ready to roar to life. Every creak of the floorboards, every drip of water. It all sounded like a warning, a demonic whisper saying, get out now, before it's too late. So, what if you decided to visit? What if you took that dare? Imagine walking towards it, late at night, the moon hidden by dark clouds. Your heart would pound like a drum. Boom, boom, boom. Cold sweat would trickle down your back. Are you feeling brave or just incredibly foolish? There's a fine line, you know. You push open a creaky, rotten door and step inside. Instantly the air grows colder, an icy chill that bites your skin. It's so dark, darker than you imagined. And the silence, it's deafening. So quiet you can hear your own ragged breath. In, out, like a tiny mouse in a giant dark cave. A cave full of monsters. Suddenly you hear a noise, a soft scrape from down the hall. Then a low growl. Your eyes dart around wildly. Is that a shadow detaching itself from the wall? Is it moving towards you? Your legs feel like jelly. Your throat is tight. You try to swallow, but you can't. It's getting closer. That's when the real fear hits you. Pure, icy terror. It grabs you. It squeezes you. You want to scream, loudly. You want to turn and run as fast as you can. But what if they hear you? What if the demons see you trying to escape? They might chase you. They might catch you. And if they do, you might never leave the haunted factory ever again.